So there's a black-owned resort called Bubbles at Hartbeespoort Dam. It was recently set alight by a bunch of Afrikaners that tried to push them out of the area in Hartbeespoort. There's been racial tensions between the Afrikaner community that didn't want black-owned businesses in the community for years, and this has now resorted into arson. According to the article that I read, this is not the first time this has happened either. There was a case of another black-owned restaurant that was burnt down a month ago as well. And various other business owners, black business owners within the Hartbeespoort community, have said that they have endured abuse from locals in the last few years. Now keep in mind, Hartbeespoort Schoemansville area is a majority white Afrikaans-speaking community. The white community has openly said that the black business owners do not belong in the area. Some of these business owners have been physically attacked and intimidated with guns by the white Afrikaners. They've even been tipped off that residents of the Caribbean beach area and Cosmos came together to develop a strategy how to remove black businesses from Hartbeespoort Dam. Various black business owners has gone to the Human Rights Commission to go and lay complaints against these residents. It just shows you that in today's age, we still have people with the apartheid mindset thinking that they own a piece of land like Hartbeespoort Dam, when that land is not a white-only suburb. By intimidating and attacking black-owned businesses, you are violating the law. You are not above the law, and I hope that these black business owner gets the justice that they deserve and they can build flourishing businesses in the Hartbeespoort community as they deserve.
I'm on a farm as well with other 4 black male cattle owners. So combined, we have a lot of kettles. So I specialize mainly in selling milk. And I don't sell my cows. There's a lot of white people who don't want us here. They used to complain and say that they smell poop. And they would say things like, we don't belong here. I belong wherever the fuck I want to belong. They only understand the language of violence. And you need to speak the language that they understand. If you do not make your authority known, they will climb here. They know that I do not fear any of them because the person that's yet to fear them is not yet born, because it ain't me. Those white people that dare me in this area, which they won't obviously, clearly do not know me. And they should obviously ask around. Yazi mina imali yami mina ngisebenzela kanzima. Ene kakhulu futhi ukuthi umuntu angene la endlini asebenzisana namabhunu. Atshontshe inkomo zami zithathu. Bamnikeza imali 30,000. Nesikhathi lezo wayibhekisisa leyo ndaba. La mabhunu ukumele ukuthi bamnikeze 60,000. Inkomo lezo ngikhuluma ngazo zinkulu futhi. Mina ngifane namadoda mina. Angizwani nokushaya umuntu. Neza. Kodwa nayo i-methods yami. Esingisi bathi, you will take a nice bubble bath at the riverside right after midnight to get fresh air with a sunlight bar. Ukuthi leyo bath imsize la engqondweni yakhe. Ukuthi ukhumbuze ukuthi ubani lapha abalungu, ubanikeza inkomo zami ene iphi imali bakunikeze yona. Ungakhumbuli nje. Sizoyiphinda futhi leyo ndaba ukuthi ukhumbule. Ngoba leyo mali ngiyami nenkomo zami futhi. Ngitholile inkomo zami ezimbili. Lenye ngizayifuna namanje enengizoyithola.
Bodies believed to be those of Wanda Mahlangu and Tembeni Mnguni have been found.
Police received information about the whereabouts, and on arrival, 2 bodies that were bent beyond recognition were discovered.
The deceased were reported missing last month. They are believed to have been assaulted and killed by farmer Reynolds Steyn and security guard Dumisani Masile.
Half of the things that goes on white farms that are not even reported. What is being reported and what we know is just the tip of the iceberg. If you knew what I know, you wouldn't be pursuing cases of black foreigners in this country. Ungambeki kanjalo ngiyakutshela. I call such cases distractions, let alone ask questions such as why are we not prospering like white people? Or why are we not building or advancing as a black nation? It is because they don't want us to have economic liberation. This is why to date there's only 1% of black-owned businesses that are not influenced by white capital. In the past in this area, they did not know how to get rid of me. They did not know how to shut down the businesses. So they would try whatever they can, such as even accusing me of being part of an organized crime. If you are considered weak, you will not last with these people. I always say that violence is the only language that they understand and you need to speak it fluently. If you don't, laba bantu bazodlala ngawe, bazogida la. This is why I do not fear any of them, far and near. I do not fear them. If you do not stand your ground, if you are desperate, there are few times in this area white people play with me like that. If you dance to their rhythm that they play as a black person, you might as well kiss your business goodbye. Whatever that you're trying to build, kiss it goodbye. There are times I'm all alone on a farm as a black woman, surrounded by men, even the men that work for me. I cannot rely my safety on anyone. That is why I am trained to utilize weapons. The police are so far away from the farms, and even at that, you know the country that you live in, especially as a black woman in South Africa. White people understand this very perfectly. That is why they have weapons on the farm. I'll tell you of the few things I have to deal with. And you should also understand that I do not like when people mess with my money. There's theft where our own people would steal our shit and sell them to white people so that they can sell meat. And then there's those coming in as protection fees to protect us. Then there's other white people who feel that they can talk anyhow, treat black people anyhow on a farm, mainly because they know that they can get away with it. I used to talk about this, but then again it became a mystery all over again because the men here said I'm encouraging other things. Let me tell you a little bit about the land we are on, even though I have spoken about this before. This is a white majority community. We do not own the land. We rent the land. The land is very spacious in a business-like area. So it's a profitable, fertile land. Let me give you a history about the owner of the land. A grandson who has inherited the land. He's in Switzerland. He's never been to South Africa. His family left here when apartheid ended. So he inherited the land from his family and he takes care of the land. Though we've never seen him facially, speak through video calls and then we wire the money to him. We have enough capital at this point, or 5 of us, to purchase land at this point. That land specifically. But he does not want to sell. Another thing about this area as well, we use a lot of immigrant workers. Majority of them do not hire black South Africans. They don't want black people on the same level as them. That is why I say there's a lot of things I know that if you knew, it will change your entire brain chemistry. You live here on this farm for a month, you'd see how necessary it is for you as a black person to carry a weapon. These people have launched a silent war upon us. We are distracted by minor things. In the past, they were doing just about everything to remove about any black-owned businesses in the area. This is why I am the way that I am today. This is not for the faint-hearted. And for us, our workers are black South Africans. They are men feeding their families. I'm not going to be part of the exploitation of the labor force. And don't confuse this. I'm not trying to convince you anything. I'm just telling you the other side of the coin. That one, give me Zamanyan.